Hey, good afternoon, everyone. My name is Allison Turner. I am the founder of Batcat Media Group, which is home to Dream Plan Start Grow, which is my podcast. And my personal brand is The Allison Turner. I am jumping on to talk a little bit about social media relevance. So one of the things that I often talk with clients about is, you have to be relevant on wherever you are, whether it's your website, social media, any kind of marketing strategy. You have to be relevant because ultimately your audience, whoever you're trying to attract, needs to like what you're putting out there, right? It needs to be relevant to them and they have to buy into it, so to speak. So you have to really understand your audience, know who your target market is, who that ideal client is, and really be clear on who that is, because I still get clients or even people I know that are like, oh, everyone's my ideal client. No. Everyone's not your ideal client. I don't care whether you're a banker, you're a store owner, whoever you are. Everyone is not your ideal client. So understand your audience and really know what's engaging with them. Like your ideal client, when they're engaging with you on social media, what are they engaging on? Like what is relevant to them? And the best way to know that is when you're posting, look at your analytics, look at who's engaging with you. Are they your ideal clients? If you know them, but look at the analytics, look at like who the demographics are, what their behaviors are, any preferences that they might have. Number two, make sure you're consistent. You have consistent and quality content. So I talked a little bit about consistency in social media. I think it was last week or the week before, but consistent, and that doesn't mean you have to post every day. So number one, that doesn't mean you have to post every day, but make sure it's consistently posting. So if you're going to post 3 or 4 times a week, do 3 or 4 times a week every week, and make sure the content is quality. So again, is it relevant to who you're going after, your target market, in order to attract them and attract new followers to your social media? The third point is engage with your audience. So once you post something, that doesn't really end where things go. So once you post, someone comments or someone likes it or whatever it is, make sure you're engaging with them. It's people like the communication on social media. I mean, that's one of the things that makes social media great in many ways is when someone comments, they want to hear back from you. They want you to engage with them. So make sure you're engaging. And if you're doing any kind of live stream like what I'm doing right now, and if someone popped on here and said hello to me, I would be engaging with them now as well. I might, so not all my platforms will actually come into this, but most of them will. So make sure you're engaging with them. I see someone left me a heart. Thank you. Number 4, make sure you're leveraging the trends and the hashtags. So there's always trends going on in social media. But the trends have to relate to what you do. So don't just, there's trending music, for example. You see that a lot on TikTok or IG Reels, trending music. And don't just throw up a song because it's trending if it has absolutely nothing to do with your brand and nothing to do, like it's not relevant to your audience. It's interesting. I was talking to a young person who's 19, and she's like, yeah, I'm going to try and use the trending music. And for her, it probably would work because the trending music probably would attract to her audience and what she was trying to accomplish. But for like my audience, probably most of the trending music is not going to attract to them. Or be attractive to them. So I'm not saying don't use it. Just make sure if you're using the trending, some of the trending music, for example. So that's one of the things that could be trending. It could be a trending topic. So there's plenty of times that you see, some celebrity starts being trending, and then all of a sudden, if you post about that celebrity, you become I shouldn't say you become trending, but you can get more engagement that way. But again, make sure whatever you're posting is relevant to your audience. So don't just post something that's trending thinking that you're going to pick up more likes and things like that if it's not relevant to your audience. So know what that is And then know what your hashtag should be. Because there's plenty of hashtag apps out there that allow you to research hashtags. You can also go on different platforms. So whether it's Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, I mean, any of these, you can see, if you're putting in like hashtag, if I'm putting in social media marketing, for example, how many people are looking at that particular hashtag. And sometimes I want to avoid super common hashtags. So say social media, hashtag social media. More than likely, it gets a ton of views. And when I say a ton of views, like 1 million, 2 million, who knows? I haven't looked at it right this second. But I'm more interested in saying maybe social media marketing or social media marketing tips, because the more I can niche it down, so if it's only, say, 10,000 views versus 1 million views, it's my stuff's more likely to show up in that versus someone's stuff. If they're going up against 1 million views, it's much harder for you to get more visibility. So know what your hashtags are. You can even use a branded hashtag. So for example, Batcat Media, hashtag Batcat Media, or hashtag the Allison Turner, things like that. And then finally, analyze and adapt. So anytime you do anything in marketing, make sure you're looking at what happened with what you put out. So if you're doing a newsletter campaign, how many people are opening the campaign? How many people are looking at it? Same thing in social media. You can look at your analytics on social media. I go in and look at my analytics. I have analytics on pretty much any channel I want. So I can see how much engagement's going into it, how much, what's going on. So like on YouTube, I was getting better engagement on videos that are interacting with social media, that are talking about social media. So figure out what that is for you. So again, we're talking today about 5 tips to remain relevant in social media for your business. Number 1, understand your audience. Make sure you know your audience. Please don't say everyone's your audience. It's not. Number 2, make sure you're putting out consistent and quality content. Again, it doesn't need to be 7 days a week, but make sure it's consistent. So maybe it's 3 days a week, maybe it's 4 days a week, but make sure it's consistent and make sure it's quality. Don't just throw something up to throw something up. Number 3, engage with your audience. So when people engage with you, they like your post, they comment on your post, engage back with them. Number 4, leverage your trends and hashtags. So know what the trends are. So you often hear, so-and-so is trending or some word is trending, but make sure it's relevant to your audience. Don't just throw it up there again because it's trending. Don't use a piece of music just because it's trending if your audience isn't going to like it. And finally, the hashtags, make sure you're researching. There are tons of apps out there on your phone that you can put on your phone and research hashtags and what, for your particular industry. And then number 5, always analyze and adapt. Any kind of marketing campaign, always look at what happened and then what do I need to shift in the next campaign. That's important as well. I hope that was helpful for some people today. Please drop a comment on whatever social media platform you are watching this on. I would love to hear from you. If you want to know something else about social media or social media marketing, please direct message me or drop it in the comments and I will take a look at it. Thanks and have a great rest of your night. Bye.